Hey, Bling Crew, did you miss me? I missed you. I haven't forgotten. I've been really busy, but I had to come back and spend some time with my Bling lovelies. Today, I want to talk about these here boots that I found online. I thought they were super cute. I was looking for some thigh highs now that they're going to be on sale, and I fell in love with these and the heel out in the cute little pocket. But what I didn't fall in love with was the price, $2,412. Yeah, not in the budget, but that's okay because we're going to do a dupe and you're going to see it right now. With a little bit of research, I found these super cute thigh-high sexy ankle-out boots at Chic for $59.99. That's not bad. Price is right, so I thought, there's our boot. After seeing the boots online, I rushed right out to my mall, went to my local Chic store to see if I could find them in stock, and of course, they did not have them. A wasted trip, but never fear, I was able to order them online anyway. So the boots finally came in. And I really like them. Now, I will tell you this. If you like this particular boot and you want to purchase it, it is for a skinnier calf, all right? It's not thick girl friendly, unfortunately. And I'm sort of kind of on the skinny thick side, if that makes sense. So even though it does fit, it is a little bit tight when this part comes up over my knee, but it's not pinching in the back where some things are just so tight. They leave an indent, in the back of your leg because they're too tight. Not these. These aren't that bad. So if you wear like maybe between a size, generally in pants, or your typical size, maybe between a 4 and an 8, you'll be absolutely fine. If you are a 10 and up, these might not necessarily work for you because they are very fitted, but I'm so glad that they worked out. And the only thing I'm really gonna be using is this amazing bling wrap that I got down in LA. It is like a kind of a metal. I wanna get close and show you that. It's kind of a metal type fabric that I actually want to use. Now, I got this down in LA, as I said, at Imperial Trim and Bead, or Bead and Trim, one of the two of those. And this is what I'm going to be using to make the pocket. Now, I told you this was going to be my own version because I don't really want all of those pockets. I want to keep the integrity of the boot. So we're going to make one big blinged out pocket because it wouldn't be anointed to bling if it wasn't blinging. So let's get started. So I'm ready to get started, and what I decided to do was take that bling fabric and measure it across the width of the boot to make sure that I get the size pocket that I want, and I just counted that there and measured the fold. Ho ho hum hum, now we're going to go ahead and cut that fabric. Surprisingly, it's really easy even though it's a thicker sort of a metal fabric, but I went ahead and measured that out, and that's what you see me doing is cutting out the length of that pocket. So now that we've got that cut out, what I'm doing here is just laying this out to make sure that I have the size pocket that I want. The fabric cutout was a little bit longer than I want for my pocket, so I am going to cut that down because I just want that flap to fold over so far down, but we do want our pocket to be a little wide. And again, I'm only doing one pocket. So we're cutting off that extra trim and we're going to go ahead and save that for another project. Now, the likelihood that I'm actually going to use this pocket is nada, but I still wanted to go ahead and line it and make it as thick as possible. I didn't want to just stop with the bling fabric, so I found an old pair of jeans that I'm going to cut up here. Shout out to my baby boy, Caleb, who decided to donate a pair of his old skinny jeans for the cause. He could have sold them. They were brand new, but he decided to give them to his mummy so that I could use them for this project. And of course, that's what I did. You see me here cutting the seam so that I can open up that fabric and cut at that jean and make a lining for my bling pocket. And it happens to be the perfect width and size, as you can see. So I can just use one leg. And here it is all nice and trimmed. I went ahead and just cut the jean around that bling swatch. And now we're ready to get started on our pocket. Now, I can't say that this part here is really necessary, but I found it helpful. What I'm doing is taking a curved needle and some really thick thread, and I'm sewing the jean to the fabric so that this becomes one solid piece. So when I fold it over, all I have to do is sew it together. Had I not done that, there would have been gapping between the jean and the bling, and it would have just made it a little bit harder to sew. So again, it depends on your sewing aesthetic. I am not a seamstress, as you can see, but I took my time and decided to just sew this loop-de-loop in and out through that to make sure that this is attached and becomes a solid piece. All right, so once that was done, I decided to go ahead and flip it over. As you can see, I've attached that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew those sides together. I'm just looking at it here because I know that I want to fold this over, and I'm making sure that I have the closure length or size that I want before I start to sew this thing down. So you just want to make sure that your pocket is going to close where you want it to close. Back to more tedious sewing, but now you see why I decided to make this one piece. Again, you did not necessarily have to sew the sides together like I did, but I decided to, and I found it quite helpful. And now I'm just sewing the sides down so I can turn the pocket inside out. Turn that pocket inside out once done. Now my metal bling fabric was a little bit thick, so I had a little bit of trouble getting those corners, but you know, I've wrestled with it and finally got it. And once you turn it inside out, you are ready to move to your next step. And of course, I'm extra and always doing the most, so I happened to find a couple of brooches and decided to sew it on as a faux button. Now, I did lose a clip and I apologize, but all I did was needle and thread this onto this pocket top and placed it where I wanted it. Now, here is where the real work comes in. So what I've done, and I'm sorry that this clip is a little thin here, I've gone ahead and I safety pinned the pocket exactly where I want it on the boot because I'm going to go through the boot and sew it on. So going right through that zipper, I was able to pull my curved needle, and I'm telling you, curved needles are the best for this project, or a really thick needle. I was able to just pull it through, and I'm just doing the in-out method to make sure that I attach this. Now, I'm not sewing it all the way around. What I'm actually doing is tacking the pocket in a few places to make sure that it stays on. That's going to be on the sides and at the top and bottom of the pocket. We've got both pockets sewn on, and here we are at the finished product, and I'm loving how this came out. Now, I did not want multiple pockets. I really wanted this particular boot to speak for itself, but I did like the pocket addition, and I think these pockets came out super, super, super cute. They're really unique. They're very different, and I just really like it. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be using it. I was trying to get my hand in there, and my nail got caught, but it is actually easy to get into the pocket. But again, this wasn't supposed to be functional. It was just supposed to be cute. And it's my version of my original inspiration. I like the way that this boot fits better. So I'm so glad that I didn't get a boot that was really wide at the top. And I'm glad that I did not overdo it with pockets because, again, this boot speaks for itself. Now, the pocket does need to be ironed, so I am going to go back and just kind of steam this so that that jean does really lay a little bit nicer than it is looking in this video. But I'm getting my model on because I want to show you that this came out really good. Now, these boots, remember, they're a little bit tight, and I've got on stretch pants. So if you order boots like this, you just want to consider the fit and what you're going to be able to wear them with. If you're going to wear them bare-legged or with stretch pants or jeans, you want to consider that because I cannot get these boots up over jeans, but I can get them up over leggings. So that was good to know. However, I think these came out super cute. I'm dying to know what you think. And again, I only did one pocket on each side because I did not want to overdo it, but it's my spruced up version, and I just had to show you under different lighting how unbelievably sparkly this pocket edition is. How cute is that? Can you imagine this in the club, ladies, under that lighting? You are going to be blinging to the high heavens. I'm telling you, I love it. I love it. I love it. I knew when I saw that bling fabric that it was exactly what I needed for this project, and I'm really glad that I added the brooch. I just think it gave it something a little bit extra, a little bit oomph. And I'm sorry I don't have the best place or lighting to showcase these, and I wasn't dressed, but I didn't want to keep you waiting for me to get my whole self together. But I'm loving this. I'm loving this, and I'm dying to know what you think. Again, it's just a little bit of an addition to a pocket, but it definitely upscaled these boots and made them just that little bit of extra fancy. You know what I tell you all the time, the work of our hands are blessed, and what you do can work for you. I hope you enjoyed this. Until next tutorial, don't keep me a secret. Like, share, subscribe. Be blessed. I'll see you next time.